Well, hello, my radio friends. Now, I was asked if I could please post a video of how to connect the Model 12 to the Arbe power supply. And before we go further, I have to send some accolades about this Arbe power supply. It is a remarkably designed power supply, performs very well. In fact, for what it's worth, I have to be honest, I'm good friends with both the owners, and trust me when I say it is not a moneymaker for them. I promise you, they do it for the love of the hobby. Anyway, I digress. Let's get back to the question at hand. Connecting the Model 12. Okay, the Model 12, the umbilical coming off, it's going to have 4 wires. And initially on, they were color coded as such. Red would be your A plus, and that will connect to your A plus connection one sees here. Your brown wire, which is a B plus 45 volt, will connect, of course, to the respective 45 volt connection one sees here. Yellow is a 20 volt or 22 volt connection. That will, of course, connect to respectively to the 22 volt connection. Pretty simple so far. And lastly, the black wire, which is your A minus and B minus connected together respectively, is a 6 volt negative, your A negative. So that will go over to your A negative connection right there. So that's your 4 wires. You're going to have A plus, A minus, 45, and 22. And one other connection you're going to have to make is going to have to put a jumper from your B minus, which is right here, over to your A minus, just like I've got it configured here, from A minus to B minus. And that's all there is to connecting the Arbe to the Model 12. Very simple. Now, where it gets a little bit complicated, but even so, on the Arbe, or excuse me, on the Model 12, it's not difficult, is sometimes these colors of these wires are not readily definable. Over the years, the colors have faded. Typically, the A plus and A minus are not hard to deduce. Usually, they're a larger diameter wire, larger gauge wire. Of course, A plus, once again, is red, and A minus is your black. The ones that may be a little discernible, hard to discern, is the 2B plus connections, your 45 volt. But even so, on this particular set, it's very easy to do. One merely has to take an ohm meter, an ohm from the wire that we're not certain of, over to this B plus connection, either here or here. And probably the easiest one would be to go to this first tube island. This is your first tube island, and that's this island one sees here. This is a top view of your first audio tube island. There's going to be 6 connections across the top. One's merely going to go ohm from this wire, we'll say this brown wire, we're to ohm over to this 40 volt connection, which is right to, there it is, this centric connection on the right hand side. So if we take our ohm meter and we have continuity from here to here, we know that is our brown wire, and that is our 45 volt connection. Same thing with the yellow. We put our ohm meter from here, and we ohm across to our 20 volt connection here, which is located on the center of these 3. And once again, if we have continuity from here, respectively to the end of this wire, we know that is our 20 or 22 volt connection. Very simple, very easy to deduce. And also, for what it's worth, you're going to want to adjust your A voltage here. Adjust it with a meter to 6 volts coming out of your A supply. Merely put a voltmeter across your A plus and A minus. Adjust the A adjust until you get 6 volts coming out of across these two terminals, your A plus and A minus. Very simple, very simple hookup. I hope this answers your questions, and if it doesn't, by all means, feel free to ask if you have any further questions, and I wish you luck with your Model 12. Thank you.